Welcome to Tops and Tails, a podcast about retro football kits and the stories connected to them. My name's Graham Hanlon.
My name's Kieran and welcome to episode 6. So Graham, episode 6, it's clear that we've obviously got a theme that we're going to run with today, and obviously we're going to do something a little bit differently as well.
That's right, hence the reason we've got an empty chair. We've got ourselves a guest. We're going to have a shirt collector, who's bringing all these fantastic shirts behind us. I've been sitting checking what ones are large and what one I can steal. So without any further ado, Gary Ross, come and take a chair, mucker. Hey!
How's it going, alright?
Hi Gary, how you doing?
Not bad.
Graham's obviously introduced you as Gary Ross, but most people know you as Gary 12K.
Yep.
Can you enlighten us as to why this came about?
Yeah, so basically went on I think it was through COVID, and we went on a sort of thing like this. It was through COVID time, and we were asking how many shirts people had collecting wise, and at the time I had like probably 1,200, and I had it be 12,000, and the guy's like, mate, you've got me on classic football shirts, and then he said that should be a good name for your Instagram, 12K, and it just stuck.
I thought it was like your step count or something like that.
I remember watching the thing, because he was like, there's a boy that doesn't do shirts anymore, but he was asking people to just jump on and talk about shirts.
And it just stuck ever since. He's like, you need to change it right away, and we done it, and ever since it's stuck, and it's stuck. Pretty good, man.
So you've not got 12,000 shirts?
I wish I did.
Alright.
He probably didn't at the time, but he probably does now, to be fair. That's what it'll be.
So, Gary, obviously the theme we've got, well, it's the World Cup, right? So one, we've got a World Cup theme. Scotland's actually in the World Cup for the first time in 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
And your kind of main passion in shirt collecting is Scotland kits. So you've brought us in some cracking Scotland kits. I'd probably say first question would be, why Scotland kits? No, there's a bad reason for the collect Scotland kits, but why?
Just started collecting shirts, and then Scotland shirts just became can you really get a bad Scotland shirt? Like, it just came really, especially for the ones for the 50s, 60s onwards, and as you can see there, they're just either brilliant.
Do you think you probably came into it at a good time, because Scotland have always had great kits, but a shite football team?
Possibly, aye.
So nobody's been back.
That's not a chant, is it? Great kits and a shite football team.
Here, by the way, that's we need to pat and pen. That's another one you heard it here first.
Yeah.
But if you look back at their teams, as I said to you, how they should have definitely got further than they did. Like, some of their teams they've had there, their 70s and 80s, world class, and just always just fuck it somehow, don't they? Like,
what was the year you said that they were actually second favourites to win it?
So they were, apparently in 1978, they were second favourites to win it. Brazil and then Scotland.
Really?
Aye. And I don't even, as you say, they didn't even beat off minors.
Aye. But it's glorious failure.
Archie Gable season?
Possibly.
Archie Gable tour.
Scored
so they were second favourites to win it that season?
But see if you look at our squad. Brilliant. Should have, definitely. Even at 82, 86, class players, just done nothing. So hopefully this year we'll actually do something.
Aye, fingers crossed. So what was the first Scotland kit you can remember getting for your collection?
So probably this one, to be honest.
That exact one you're wearing now.
Like, for me, that's the OG kit. That's for me the best one. That's my personal opinion.
Aye.
But is that based on nostalgia or based on how the aesthetic of the shirt?
I just think Scotland tartan, it just is why they don't bring more like that out. I don't know why, but for me, I just think it's class.
I think they should always have a bit of tartan. I know some of them in mid-2000s have had a bit of tartan, like you won the badges, got it, and the sleeves, but I think they should always have something like that on it.
100%.
So that would have been 1996. So that's like the first kit. Is that the first tournament you can remember? Or?
So I can probably remember 94, vaguely. Certain bits. Had I been 11 then.
Sorry, what was tournament that we qualified for?
98.
98.
Yeah.
So I remember,
Aye.
I can remember 98. I was in Spain with my family, and I remember going to a pub to watch the game. So I definitely 98. It's the first time I can remember.
See, I remember World Cup 94. I can remember bits of it.
Just the
I can
final.
remember-
Yup, do you know what I mean? But 98
can-
for me.
I'm with you. I can remember the final bits yet, and I
Mhm.
can remember that. I can vaguely remember the penalty shoot. I can remember
Aye. I
it
can remember
on a wee tiny
Baggio
telly.
storing,
Yeah.
Baggio storing on the spot. That's the one.
It's
But I don't know
iconic,
if that's
aye.
just because I've seen it that many times.
You think?
You think?
You
Aye,
think,
maybe.
you know,
But I was saying to you, I actually remember Henrik Larsson for that World Cup. See, because he was like,
oh, you would.
well, obviously, but he was like weird looking because he did dreadlocks and stuff, and he was like Swedish.
But see,
I
it was
remember
weird
him
as
for
well.
that.
It's like I only remember certain games as Euro '96. I don't remember so many people say I remember this. I remember the Scotland game because I remember
Yeah.
watching that live at the time, but other games I'm not, even like the final and that, I don't really remember it. It's
In
mad.
'94, I remember Bulgaria and Romania games. I don't know why. So Stoichkov and Hadji, I remember them because I think they got loads of publicity because they were
Mad to
two
think
massive
you
players.
remember him.
But yeah, but Euro '96 was the first time I properly remember, and because Scotland were involved in it, that was a
Aye.
massive deal.
Aye.
But you think back then, 96, 98, you think, oh, that's just going to be the way
That's the
life
norm.
is.
100%.
Aye.
But like you said there, the '98, I obviously remember the Scotland game, but I don't remember like the whole tour. I always
Nah.
remember the final and that, but it's not like probably the first World Cup I remember. Like for me, was a good World Cup. 2002 was a cracking World Cup. Actually, you got up and you watched games live,
Yeah.
and like
I think probably because for me, I would probably say 98 for me is the best World Cup because I was
Yeah.
engrossed in it because I was at that age
Yep.
where I could understand
Yeah.
it a lot more. Looking back retrospectively, again, this is just pure my opinion on like, nostalgia or the rest of it. I think it was the last World Cup for real quality
Top.
shots.
Yeah.
You know, 2002 was good because I think it was a bit more accessible.
Yep.
In terms of, obviously, I don't mean like 98 was in France. I don't mean in terms of distance. I just mean
Yeah.
TV coverage,
Yep.
the internet, and all these kind of things. You know, it was a lot more advertised.
I
Yep,
think that's where you're
100%.
spot on. I think 2002 was the first one where like Nike and Adidas pushed shirts.
yep, I
Because
totally,
see, 98, people bought shirts, but they weren't like adverts in your face.
I totally
But
get that.
2002 was where like the campaigns kind of ramped up, I
Mhm.
think, and shirts became almost as important as the football in it.
And like every sports shop at the time, definitely 2002 had every
Had
shot you could
everything,
think
aye.
of. Like back then, it was hard to specifically get Pacific tops 98, but definitely 2002 you could get near enough any shot back then. Know what I mean?
I think just going back to what you said about 98 as well, I think the massive thing, obviously Scotland in it, but Scotland in the first opening game in Scotland-Brazil,
100%.
that's like ticks every box.
Oh, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like
That gets you buzzing
the,
for
the
it.
first game, we're playing.
Scored first? No, did we? No,
No,
they
they
Brazil
scored
scored the
why
header.
did Tom Boyd scored first for us?
Right,
For them?
Brazil scored the header.
But that's
didn't
I was just about to genuinely say that. So they
Cesar
scored
Sampaio.
a penalty, and then what was it? Whatever, 10 minutes left. Typical Scotland own
Aye.
goal fucks the game. It's just like you couldn't write
Aye.
it. Like it's,
they? I always tell people we
that's the
scored.
most Scottish thing.
I always tell people we scored twice against Brazil and
It's-
still lost, but that's fine. We
It's
scored more.
just
But going back to, so let's just kind of, we'll take it in a wee bit of chronological order than
It's
now.
not like us.
Before we end
That's
up all
not
over
like
the
us,
place,
man.
right? So we're in agreement, 98 is the first one for
Yep.
our kind of age group that we
Yep.
can all remember. Do you remember actually watching? Do you remember sitting down and watching the first game? That
well, I can definitely remember watching the first game. I was in a pub in Spain, so I definitely remember it.
Aye.
I don't remember watching it, but I remember how I felt.
I
excitement.
I can remember sitting
can
in my
remember
living room
watching
watching it and ruin your wee telly now.
Aye.
Yeah, ruin your massive 28-inch
Aye.
telly. But do you know what I remember most about it is, see when they were lining up in the tunnel, and then you've got like Colin Hendry standing there looking like a 1980s
Aye, but it looked
hair
unbelievable,
rocker,
innit, but,
and
aye.
then you've got all the Brazilians all
On
walking
hands,
and on
hands,
horns,
aye.
they're all looking immaculate and all that, and you've got Jim Layton with his Vaseline
know.
on, he's got free teeth, then you've
Big
got Craig
Bullis,
Bucket,
Aye, he's getting 8 teeth,
and
man.
you're looking at them all going, they look like absolute rock
No,
stars and millionaires, and we look like a
Aye.
bunch of
But those-
fucking hobos.
But they're the kind of stories that people make up They're like, oh, Brazil looked amazing and fucking Scotland had no teeth. But they actually did.
No, but actually, didn't
Did they? I know. Like, half of them they all looked like fucking a bag of smashed
But did
glass.
Scotland not turn up with kilts on as well?
Aye. They
Aye.
made a
start.
decision that they don't turn
That
up
was
with kilts,
class.
and
Yeah.
it says people kind of looking like,
Aye.
what the fuck? The best one, but
Should have played
is,
in them as well.
I think it was Colin Hendry was talking about the World Cup, and he walked out, and the two teams are in the tunnel, and he just looked down and went, "Don't worry, lads." Went, "Look at them," and he all turned around and went, "They're fucking shitting themselves." And just turned around and walked away.
Brilliant, man.
That relaxes you straight away, doesn't it?
Quality par. But shirts 98, right? So because 98 for me and always like it was an explosion, not just the shirts.
Yeah.
We've talked about boots.
Yeah.
Obviously the Adidas Predators for 98
Curios and all that.
and the R9s, the ball.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realise
That was a thing.
that was a thing.
Aye,
That was
aye.
a thing,
Yeah.
you know. But shirts of 1998, what would you say was your best shirt at that World Cup?
Brazil.
No, it's France all
No,
day.
I say Brazil.
France home and away
Aye,
is
Brazil.
ridiculous in my opinion.
No, I was going to say with the laces. It didn't have the laces.
That was 90.
No.
So it's like the
That was just before.
The bands, aye.
I had
it
the
bands?
bands,
Aye.
brilliant shirt. For me, that's probably it's iconic. Don't get me wrong,
Because they won it.
the Brazil shirt is iconic as well, but probably that. To be fair, when you actually look at them,
What about any other
I was going
obscure
to say
ones?
there's probably not a really bad, as you say, there's actually not a bad shirt at that tournament.
Did anybody else use that France template? No. Is that the only
I'd be
team that
lying
had
if I
that?
Aye,
said
so-
I know.
Like random South
Aye,
Africa or something like that?
So that sort of template was used on like certain teams that have used it before.
Aye. 'Cause I don't even remember seeing it on anything else. But I would say
Orlando
Brazil.
Pirates wore it. Well, I'm had like South African name on it.
Yeah.
It was like same sort of style but different colours. Obviously,
They won the World Cup, but wasn't
there
it?
was a.
That's
aye,
why I'm thinking South Africa. I've maybe seen that shirt. That's what it is. But,
I would probably agree and say the Brazil. I still think that's the best Brazil shirt
Yeah, I think so.
of all time. But again, I don't know if that's just
I
because
should-
you've
I should-
got that
yes.
memory.
I should have brought that one in. Eh?
I thought you
I
would
know.
have, mate.
It's been seen on other ones.
Aye,
You need new
I
shirts.
know. It said it's day in it. It said it's
It
day in
is,
it, son. It's got to, you can't put paper in the corner.
I
That's
can't
not the
actually
ones.
remember any other shirts apart from Brazil and France. See, because the final's just like stamped in your head. I'm trying to remember any other shots for 98.
Argentina's, Holland's, England.
the Hormones of
All
cracker.
it's kind of all the big teams. Belgium. Was Belgium in that World Cup?
Croatia, the Croatia
Croatia
one's nice.
tap.
Lotto.
Aye.
It's a really nice
Oh,
one.
right.
And that
okay,
was
aye.
that was the kind of year that Croatia came to the
Aye.
kind of the fore
So
world football
Yep.
because Croatia don't at that point I think they'd only been a country for
Country,
like
aye.
7
Aye.
years or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
And they got to the quarters.
Aye.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Or the semis.
Germany tops as well back then were always iconic. Know what I mean?
aye,
Aye. I mean, some of the Germany ones in the early years have been absolute.
but they kind of never change, but they're always good. That's the
Aye.
thing with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably say the cracking shots then obviously compared to nowadays, it's just weird.
Well, we were talking about this before we went on. Somebody was, a mate of mine was saying, he's like, oh, do you like the new Scotland shirt? It's like, and before I got to answer, I was like, kind of, that sharp in here, like, breath you
where
take
is this
before you
going?
tell somebody like your honest answer. I went, oh, I've got it for me and the Waynes and this, that. I went, I think it's shite, man.
Do you?
I just think it's
What one home?
the
Both?
home. I think the kind of template for most of the home shirts for the teams that's manufactured by these, they're just pretty average and mundane. I think some of the away ones are alright.
Yep.
You know, but I think because the away ones, they've all went a bit out there.
Yep.
I think the only thing that for me makes it stand up that wee bit better is because it's got, you know, it's a more classic
No, I
look
totally get
with
it.
the trefoil and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So,
But I'll agree with you with the home one, the neck on it's no great. To be fair, like that is a nice shirt, but I totally get a lot of people have
get
said
me
that.
wrong, there's aspects that I do like. I like the fact that, you know, it's the sponsor, the badge, and the number
Yep.
sits down the centre.
Yeah,
I think that's a nice
kind
look
of
on
similar to
it.
that one.
Aye. So I like that aspect of it. Do you know what I
See,
mean?
in terms of the home one, obviously the away one, the salmon pink one, I think the replica one you buy and the player spec, I think they look like two different shirts.
No, the other.
Like the players one is such a nice, so much nicer than
Yep.
the one you would buy.
Yep.
But I've not seen what's the player spec like for the home one.
As it's a,
Is it much different?
the away top,
the
aye,
home
it's
one?
like it's the home one as well. It's like
Aye.
So the pattern's totally different on it.
Yeah.
It's so much different, and it's obviously the material and everything. So the badges are more like, they're not stitched, they're more like I think how to
Like a
explain.
plastic,
Aye,
the laser printed.
aye.
I don't like
See,
that.
Like
see in
more
terms
raised-
of
I like a
more
badge.
raised.
A badge.
where do you sit on, fair enough, like player shirts and replica shirts being different material, but where do you sit on them being, because a lot of them are different, like you said, the design's different. Where do you sit on that? Because that almost becomes a different shirt.
Well, I mean, some people might say, well, it's on the name, Kieran.
Yep.
One's a replica,
Yeah.
one's
Yep.
player spec. But then you kind of open, you're like, well, why are you selling a player spec shirt
Yeah.
on a general sale?
Yeah.
I know. I think that was a thing again would never have happened back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You would never be able to buy a.
No, because if you think about even like say 2002 shirts, the player spec ones and the ones you would buy in the shop were the same shirt, but they had like added stuff, but the shirt
Aye,
looked
that's right.
identical.
That was
It
probably the
difference.
first. That was probably the first World Cup you could probably buy
player.
player shirts because it
Yeah.
came in a tin. Remember,
Yeah,
came like a.
yeah.
You
I
could
like
definitely.
something you would
I don't
bury
think
in
you
a
could
time
buy the. I
capsule,
don't
aye.
think you could buy the Nike stuff, but you could definitely buy the Adidas stuff.
Yeah,
And came in a big sort of tin. That was obviously like double layered. It was.
did Nike not bring them out and it was the ones that were in the coloured boxes, or was that later?
That was later. I think that was
it?
2004. But as I said, obviously back then, when they brought the player ones out, they were £100, but that was like 2002, so that was a lot of money.
Well, 2002, I think kits dramatically changed. You know, again, because everything became more commercialised again. I think
Yep.
you can see, you know, like the World Cup and then commercialisation in the World
And
Cup
they can make money out of it.
and how
Yep.
it's just exploded.
Yeah.
How it's just, I mean, now it's
It's money
it's
for
like
sports
Blackpool
second.
and meth. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's went completely nuts. But 2002, you like 2002, didn't you? Because it's probably your favourite.
I would say
template.
most of my favourite. It was my favourite template, and I say, like we spoke about before, it's the first World
You've
Cup.
never mentioned it.
First World Cup where you can remember a template being a thing. That's the first time I remember somebody saying, "Oh, that's a template."
Yep.
I'd never ever heard of that before, and it's and obviously we've seen that continued since then. But yeah, so the 2002 obviously template that Nike did. So this is one of my favourite shirts, the South Korea one for 2002. So obviously, if you're watching it, you can't feel it, but it's almost like a kind of
Nice.
I don't know what you even call it.
Plastic, ain't it?
So it's like rigid material.
Aye.
So what I was actually just going to say to you before you mentioned the material is I don't like the material.
Nah.
It freaks me out, man. Honest to God, there's something about it. I'm like, it feels really unnatural.
So obviously the most famous one from that year was Ronaldo, because did he not come back for injury or something to finish top scorer?
Yep.
And that's the one he had the cracking haircut as well.
Aye, because there was a
Yes.
he came back for his ACL and he didn't play in qualification, and there was a bit of a big
Aye,
stushy.
are they going to take him?
Big stushy in Brazil because he left Romario out.
That's right.
Left out Romario on the lap. What you all about?
There's another, that's kind of lesser spotted one, the Portugal one.
Aye, that's a
The lesser spotted Portugal
Because
jersey.
that's the thing, nobody really buys. It's like Brazil, nobody really buys an away, or Argentina. Everybody buys a home.
Well, the thing is with Portugal and all that, I know you had like guys like Figo and Conceição and Nuno Gomes, and try to think of all these great Portuguese players
João Pinto.
for the early
that's a classic.
the early 2000s. But I don't think many people were buying Portugal shirts until Ronaldo came on the scene.
I'm just about to search it. So, fun fact, that was Ronaldo's debut Portugal shirt.
Was it?
That one
He
right
came
there.
on, so he wore
2002? What age was he? 11
it
or
was,
something?
it was 2003. 2003.
What was it?
And I'm sure it was against, like, I could be wrong, but it was like Kazakhstan or something. And that was the very first. That was his very first ever shirt.
So obviously we spoke about.
Oh, they're the old Nigeria, the old faithful. You love that shirt, didn't you?
So we spoke about the fact that being player spec. What was different about player spec?
So I'm sure in that World Cup, as I was saying to you earlier, I'm sure they wore a black name set and a white name set. No idea why, but don't know if it was different. But
Well, like a two-tone kind of
oh,
thing,
the
like-
actual was one
The
game. It
print
was like
on the back was white
print-
and then it
the
was
name
black.
set was black, and then the second game or the third game it was a white print.
But I've got another fun fact.
Right.
I don't know if this is on all of these Nike 2002 templates, but the one you could buy in the shop had a white tick,
Right.
swoosh Apologies, Nike. Swoosh. But on the players one, it was black, randomly.
Right.
But I'll need to check that to see. But I'm sure the Brazil one would have just been green all the time.
I'm glad that you didn't tell me that fact before we started
You should
recording.
have just walked off. But that's fine. Went to the
The
toilet for
anticipation
us.
was killing me, so it was, man.
But obviously, templates weren't just Nike, because obviously you can't just have Nike.
No,
and
100%.
What I was going to
not-
ask, was
not
there
have
an
Adidas.
Adidas template?
So the template for that was this for 2002.
Mm-hmm. Turn
So,
it right round so the camera can see it.
and probably this one more recognisable.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
So again, kind of like the Nike one had this kind of,
Yep.
that's all, the
Aye,
kind of
but it-
meshy.
Aye, but
Yes.
the name set as well. So is this the one that had
Double layered.
the double
layer.
layered on it? No, not quite. Wait,
No, it's not that good.
no,
I'm done.
no, it did, but they did not.
No, that
have-
was-
There
it
was
did.
one that had.
Aye.
But the players one had like another layer
Aye.
inside it.
Imagine
But,
Mario Balotelli trying to get that one on in
That
there.
was
it
what it
was-
was.
It was like, it was a weird, it had
And
like
was the
double layered and it had
the stripes on the thing
Aye.
were like plasticky
Aye,
and they weren't like.
the
Material.
sort of- aye, that's right.
But again, that was the first time I remember templates
Yep.
being a thing. And I would, to be fair, I'm not a massive fan of templates in general, but for that World Cup and for this,
Had that full rail, didn't it?
the Nigeria one was just trying to jump on me.
Oh, right,
That's what
aye.
it was.
So your favourite shirt of 2002?
I would
be-
say that one.
That's
then
a
the
classic.
Is that
that one.
career kicked up a bit? No, kicked up a stink. I think they created a wee bit of noise
Mm-hmm.
because they actually got out.
Well, they
Yeah.
got to the last four.
They got out the group stage, you know what I mean? And they progressed, and it was like kind of, all right, some of these teams now are starting to.
Aye.
It
Do you
was like
remember-
Cameroon in 1990.
Well, see if you actually watch the game back, they should have bet Germany. They actually were close to getting to the final.
Did you remember what happened again in the Italy game?
I was
When they put
like,
Italy out?
was it like a couple of dodgy penalties or something?
No, but the boy that
Oh,
scored.
they sacked him up.
Aye, so that An Wan, who scored the winner, played for Perugia,
Is that what
and
it was?
Perugia ripped up his contract because he put Italy out. They just
Wild
banished
one.
him for the country.
Well,
Aye.
I was going to say no similar, but Maradona after 90 when he went back to Naples, man.
Aye,
That's
true.
when I think that was the
Napoli
beginning.
fans loved him, but aye,
That was the
it.
beginning of the end for him, wasn't
Yep.
it, with,
Yeah.
with everybody else, because
Not as bad as Escobar, but it's not quite bad.
aye,
It's not
I
quite as
know,
bad.
shot getting
But
better.
aye. You just wouldn't be hitting a penalty or that, would you? Or an own goal?
No,
Was it own
I'm
goal?
talking, no,
Was it?
aye, it was an own
Aye.
goal.
Scored an own goal.
Own goal. Then he got shot when he was
Right.
following his motor up.
Mm. Our thoughts are with Shatoli for last night then. We'll see, man.
Did you watch? Yeah, you watched the opening game,
So
didn't
bad.
I'll
I
be honest, I thought it was a terrible game, if I'm being honest.
you?
I
Aye.
didn't think it was great, personally.
3 red cards. There's
Yeah,
got
it was
three red
bad,
cards
eh?
in that game. No, I think it's VAR. No, was it 4 seconds for a throw in?
Aye.
And
Kind of sets the standard for a horrific tournament, I would say, but we'll see.
Because that's what they were saying. Different. Obviously, you've got so many nationalities with referees now, so other referees might have gave that as it's not that bad. Other ones would be like, that's a straight, depending.
Yeah.
It's no good, man.
is there any
Or
Scottish?
if they want Celtic to win the league.
No, there's
or
no
that.
Scottish.
I was going to say it's just as well because you see that boy, he's came back out and he's trying to explain his decision. And
Oh, is he?
imagine a Scottish ref on it. Aye, so
Just don't say
he
it.
smashed
Stop
him
it.
off the bottom. Jeez, get the subtitles on for
Oh,
that, man.
So 2002, when we did a bit of research, it said it was the first time that Nike and Adidas had actually thought about perspiration and the player performance, and that's what the shirt was made to peak performance. But obviously, you're a Scotland collector, so is there any ones that you maybe think before that was kind of an idea about?
So obviously this is an Airtex shirt from 1974, and as you can see, sort of holes it
Like
sort of-
breathable?
a breathable eye, sort
Yeah.
of. And
A bit
obviously,
like Rabs Nisbet's vest.
Aye,
Is that your
aye.
text or not?
and
Peak performance.
There's
Peak
obviously-
performance.
so the home top of that, the other top that obviously they wore in the qualifiers was like really thick cotton,
Right.
and so I couldn't imagine like wearing that in
No.
a sort of.
So was that standard for all the teams that had Umbro? Or was it very different? Like, was
I think
all
it might.
different?
I think it might. I'm not 100% on it, but I think like maybe England might have had it, and
Yeah.
whoever else was maybe Umbro back
Uh-huh.
then.
And this is match 1 for the World Cup.
Oh, it's Airtex
It's
was
my
more.
eyes 100% match one for World Cup. That's on the show.
Let's get dirt on it. You might have washed it, man.
Aye.
Stick it in for a 90 wash.
And then this one here is obviously this is a qualifier going up to the World Cup 78. That was at John Robertson's top. For me, that's
What
just
a player,
a
by the way,
classic.
man.
Just a classic. So that's another thing that back then in the 70s, the number was more stitched. It was cloth instead of like a name set. It's like easily, you know yourself, one wash and it can be off.
Aye.
Like that's just never, you could probably wash this a million times. It's never.
I love, see when you get like a number like that, when it's stitched on.
Aye.
It's
Taking the shots into wee Scotland granny to do the
obviously-
stitch on it. Just it.
Obviously, everything stitched. That was like
Aye.
the thing back in the day. Everything was all
But
stitched.
again, you think how old are these shirts
I know.
and the condition of them?
Aye. That's like
still
77.
And even if you say that one's been worn, match worn,
Aye.
probably been in somebody's collection before yours, and it's still in.
And
Good
the
night.
thing is, they're not like you talk about these like the player spec shirts
Yep.
and how the laser door like with the thing. I hate that.
They're not any better.
I
I
had
know.
a proper stitched back, a
Yes.
proper embroidered badge.
Yeah.
Will last you forever.
Aye,
And same with
it
this one.
just looks better and on. You talk about quality, like
Yeah.
Again, this is like obviously the qualifying one leading up to the World Cup. So I think, I don't know if you think the same, but remember when obviously the new away top got leaked and everybody thinking it was going to be like
supposed
that,
to
and
be
then
that,
obviously the leaked fake obviously top was
Because even
red.
the Chinese ones, but they
I
were
was
selling
red
them
with
with
that, and
Aye.
like so. I don't know if that would have been even better if they'd sort of done it like that.
I would probably say the new one's closer to that than what it is to that. That one just at your left shoulder there.
Aye.
I think maybe that's closer to that, but
Do
that
you
is-
know, obviously, as a Scotland collector, where does the red? Because we've not really done red. But
No,
for that, that's the only one
Oh,
I can
so
think.
they've done. So they've had like red goalkeeper tops in the 70s, and then they've done I think the 79 or one of them. I think it's the late 70s. Definitely
Was
has a
it
red
red?
top.
Because that's a
Before
bit strange
and
that would
To be
be.
fair, they're hard to come by.
Because it's strange that they would do that twice within the space of 10
No, I
years
totally agree.
and then not do it at all.
And obviously, this would have been the top they won the World Cup 82. Obviously, that's just a qualifying leading up to the World Cup.
Yeah.
But again, it's just
Is that Douglas?
the shine. It's like these ones are weird because it's like you feel it inside. It's like a fleece.
Aye.
So there's two versions of these tops. So there's a summer one where it's more like silk.
A summer in
And then
Scotland
there's
one or a summer somewhere else?
Aye, and then there's a sort of
Thicker jumper.
there's a sort of obviously
Sheep's wool.
a thicker one like that, and it's like more.
Aye.
It's, to be fair, I think
They said they were hard
Umbro
back
were
then, didn't
ahead of the game
Aye.
before anyone. Like,
But they said
that's
the
just-
players were all hard as nails back then. They were wearing jumpers. I mean,
Aye. And obviously
This
this would have been 86, but the war obviously that's
That's
just
the
a
best
qualifying
one.
leading up.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
one as
such
well.
a
I literally just
That's the
says
best
one.
that's my dream. That's
Aye.
that's why that I'm
That's when they
desperate
done,
for
like,
that shirt.
the felt numbers. Like it's just brilliant.
And do you know
And
what?
as soon as the way it's on, you can see it's like enough
right
right
through.
through the shirt. I'm mad how
So that's the year that I was born, and it's also that's my I was born on the 3rd.
right.
And I play left back, so that's like my shot
Prime.
right
so
there.
Who would that be? Who do you think that would
Murdo
be?
McLeod. It says you.
I think I said that
Murdo
too.
McLeod.
Yeah, you did say Murdo McLeod.
So it's not your favourite shot anyway.
No,
That's- That would have been the away top as well.
Well, that's a
Again,
better.
yeah, that I think
It's
that's fitting.
just
I think I don't know if this
so
is the
like
right.
how like it's mad to think they can get that.
I don't know if
right.
this is the right era, but I think Morris Johnson with it. Nah.
86.
That was
Is that
Wally
the right
Miller.
era?
That's a Wally Miller one.
I seen a thing
And
we
it's
talked about
just-
Wally Miller the other day, by the way. See when you actually, what a player, man.
Aye, right.
Like, unbelievable.
What a player, but terrible commentator. He puts me off football.
Great Tash.
Aye.
Same as this one. This one's like that's the top that won the World Cup night again.
Yeah.
I would probably say that's more
Comics Day.
Paul McStay, Mo Johnson, kind of the
Yeah.
90.
This was Morris Malpass, ex-Dun United player.
Aye.
But again, I just think
Do you know what I love about that? Sorry to interrupt you, Gary. See the colour detail, but see also, if you can see
I like
yeah.
SFA thing they done, did they?
I will date to that camera there, right? I've been pointed there, Brendan's told me. The wee detail.
Because
on
they've done
the
it in
sleeve.
A-tops, look,
Aye.
SFA, it's
Mhm.
brilliant.
And again, it's all stitched.
Aye,
The next one, I'm thinking Morris Johnson. I've got
I
mixed
probably
up.
agree with you.
How many toes?
I know, I can't get him at my head, man.
Obviously, it's actually signed by him.
Who's that?
Big Rambo.
Who's Rambo?
See,
Ali McAnally.
Italian
that it is?
90, best wishes.
Eek benign.
Ali McAnally, Rambo.
Big Rambo.
Imagine writing Rambo on your
I
shirt.
know.
Here, they drew First Blood, no me.
But again,
I
that's
don't-
just, for me, that's an absolute classic.
You don't even
That'd
see
be
that
right
in
there,
shops
That was the
these
one,
days.
obviously,
I hold up to that one. Eh?
just... That's the thing as well. Scotland obviously have brought it back this year, long sleeve, but they went 10 years without bringing, even for players, Adidas didn't make it.
A low sleeve shirt.
Incredible why Adidas stopped that, but they made it for like your Spain's, they made it for like the bigger nations,
I know
Argentina and that.
All
All the ones in the World Cup. All the ones in the
I
World
just think
Cup.
that's, for me, I think it's
All the ones that are going to
terrible,
sell.
Yeah, we get that for you, mate.
aye, cheers mate.
And then we're up to
98.
98. Not that I'm being biased or anything, but this is one of my
Aye, such a nice top.
86 in this one.
Kevin Gallagher.
Aye.
But to be fair, I don't even know who would have wore that. Number
That's
20
alright.
would have been like it's obviously a player's shirt, but probably using a qualifier.
Yeah, so I think Kevin Gallagher.
Here's one for you, right? Do you know what absolutely ruined the World Cup for me? Apart from Morocco, right? Delamitri.
No?
Delamitri, man. What?
But do you not like them as a band or just no?
No, the World Cup song, man. Like,
Was it terrible?
I know,
I can't
wasn't
remember
it was
what it was.
honking.
That wasn't a great.
Don't come home too soon.
Oh,
that's
that's
no
right.
inspiring, man.
Aye.
You're like, come on. All the musicians,
for a wee
all the
holiday.
bands that are Scottish, and you're like, who will we get in? Right, well, let's get in the Scottish Radiohead and just depress the fucking life right out of
Aye,
everybody. You know what I mean? Don't come home too soon. It's not that. See the video for it. See if you watch the video and you put it on mute. The video looks cool because they're on Presswick Airport. They're all now going down the big walkway of the train station.
Yep.
And like doing keepy ups and passing the borders. All wee Wayne smiling and all that.
If
and
you
it's
put
like,
the song on mute, what a song.
what a song, have you mute it, mate? But see if you put like Carnival de Paris or that, and you're like,
there's a bit.
da-da-da-da. Even if you put on, I don't know, me mum, me gran and me dad, put that in it, it would still sound fucking better, man. Oh, worst World Cup song I've ever heard in my life. It is, man. It's
No, I
honking.
totally agree with.
Do you know what? Do you know? I think there's a total like influx. Everybody's made a World Cup song because everybody's just hoping to go viral.
To get the one
What's your favourite one you've heard
for this season.
for this?
I don't think I've heard any.
I've not really heard many, if I'm being honest with you.
Jeez.
Apart from the one you played,
JJ Bull. I think
is
that's
that
his
the
name.
boy?
Aye, that one's class.
Sing it.
Aye. No. Brendan can put a wee clip up and we can all do that. Right. Back to, you've got one medal on the rail. Who's this?
That was actually Tosh McKinley's one from the World Cup.
Did he not get on? Because that's
I
brand new.
didn't
like.
get on, but if it was, it would have been like an unused sub
He
one.
didn't do much probably if it did.
Aye.
But again, that was another thing I liked. They didn't have patches in the sleeves then. I just think personally better
Yeah.
embroidery. So it was like proper stitched. That's the way,
Let's spirit run for that one. We can get a wee.
as you can see, it's like proper machine stitched.
Aye. And
So
do you know what I
it's
love
so
about
much
this at all?
Aye.
The crest
Who-
gone through the centre.
Who else had that kind of detail? Because that's happened in a few. Remember they had that double. What was it in
Wales?
the shirt?
So Norway would have had
Norway,
it then.
Aye, the same shirt, wasn't it?
Eh,
Did England shirt was similar because they were Umbro as well.
I
Look,
remember
look
somebody
here,
had that.
the name set on that.
I know. But
You're-
again,
you're-
felt
you're-
name sets just
I was going to say,
made
you're
of
saying
plastic.
the felt, no the fact that it's Tosh McKinley's here. Just,
It's a great name set, man.
But again, people obviously you say, oh, it's all to do with technology, and that's why it's plastic and it's dead light.
what's the worst thing about that kit and the one you've got on? And the one hanging up there, the long sleeve? Worst thing
The
about
worst thing about it,
it? Worst thing about it?
that I'm maybe getting a bit tight and allergic again.
What's if you're buying that second hand, what's the worst? What's the thing you always look for? And it's always tarnished?
Oh, the collar.
The button.
Oh, the button.
the
Aye,
button.
The
sorry.
button does man nothing. Always tarnished. Every one of them.
The collar, to be fair, tends to go weird on it as well.
Aye. I always remember that when I'm buying.
It's you start see for like terms of like fake shirts, obviously because we're inundated with fake shirts now.
Yeah.
Probably these Scotland
Aye,
shirts.
these ones. This one, they're actually doing these in sports
Aye, the score draw ones.
draw.
score draw
To
ones.
be fair, they are legit, to be fair, but I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Aye.
But talk about score draw tops, they ended up, see the Scotland with the, obviously, McFadden goal.
Uh-huh.
That's known as a retro
Aye,
pop.
it's not even
now,
that
just
old.
like, it's so like, even though
But
that's
it's
like,
just because it's
2008.
popular, isn't it? Aye.
Right, well, do you know what? You've actually just took us very nicely, won't you? We could, a wee segue here. I think it was BBC Scotland. They ran a feature and it was greatest ever Scotland goal.
yep.
And they done a vote, so they're
Yep.
showing 2 goals, a couple of games
Yep,
leading
seen
up to it. Do you know what the winner was?
Yes.
Upscale.
Archie Gamble.
That's
Against
a game, was it?
Holland.
Aye, still. So like, oh, it's still.
We don't score many. That's probably why.
I'm gonna, mate. I'm gonna disagree, and I still think either McTominay's or James McFadden's for me, man.
No, Archie Gemmels was
Did you actually,
Brazilian.
watch the programme, but like, did you see the goals? Tell you who scored a few belters in that? Kenny Dalglish. Like his
Aye.
diving header against Wales is it's an that goal. It's obviously to the World Cup. It's an iconic goal, but don't know the Archie Gamble one is.
I mean, it's. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, it's
It's a
shit.
pure World Cup class. Like that's
Aye.
like something a Brazilian would do. And
Aye.
I'll tell you
That's right.
whose favourite goal most definitely is. Ewan McGregor's.
You make yourself.
Says so himself, train spotting.
Yep.
The thing is as well though, see if somebody asks you about Scotland, they would just say Archie Gemmell. It's just a standard answer, isn't
I
it?
think we were very fortunate in the fact that we got 3 world-class goals and probably the best 2-year tap-in you're ever going to see in your life
Yeah.
against Norway. So, do you know what? We were spotted for choice. We've probably get like another 28 years worth in that one
Yeah.
game.
Aye, that's true.
But, like,
Because I think, would you call it? I think Tierney's goals
yeah, the way
Tierney's
he hits
so
goals
it,
underrated. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it's
it's forgotten about.
couldn't have hit it. Couldn't have hit it.
Aye.
Especially the time. Especially was in 93rd minute and for
They had to
Tierney who
score.
just
Aye.
couldn't write it.
every time that boy kicks the ball, you think his legs are going to fall off.
Aye. If that was his last kick, that's fine. That's what
you'd
I
be
do.
done. You'd be
Aye.
like, mic drop.
Socks
I'm
down.
done. I'm out.
Aye.
McTominay's for me, or McFadden's. McFadden's is just absolute filth. So
Aye.
it is. Like,
Because that was, well, to be fair, the Archie Gamble one, although we were kind of, we were underdogs, that wasn't a massive shock to beat Holland.
I don't know, but we had to
We
win.
had to win
Obviously,
4-1 or
no, we
something.
had to win 3-1 at the time,
Aye.
and obviously that goal took it to 3-1. So that's
3-1.
why everyone's. And I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
If that's a Messi or Ronaldo scoring that goal, it's
Yeah.
the greatest goal ever.
Aye.
It's
Do
like,
you know when you go to Hampden and you go around the museum,
I've not done that in years, to be fair, but
they've got, I'm
Still
pretty
the same.
sure they've got like a wee Archie Gamble, they've got wee figure, like wee, I say wee
At
figures,
least from when he did, but
like sliding, the Dutch player sliding and him kind of
brilliant, man.
whirling his way through it.
aye.
All left fit and all.
I know.
Oh, he knocked it past Wim Jansen as well. He was one of the ones that slid in.
Aye.
So
Aye.
it was, aye.
Like that catchy one.
Aye. So see out of all your Scotland ones, obviously, like, I think, what are they all Umbro, aren't they?
Yep, I know. I was actually there, yep.
So if Scotland were going to say, who's a manufacturer that you'd want to manufacture a Scotland shirt? Obviously, we've got
Next.
Adidas now. Who would be your dream to manufacture? Or do you think go back to Umbro?
You could go back to Umbro, but Umbro have not been the latest latest
The
kits
new
haven't
stuff.
been great.
I can't even think it off the top of my head right now.
Like, they haven't made-
a kit that's manufactured, a team
Aye,
or a nation that's manufactured by Umbro.
there is.
Like, honestly,
there
like
was
right
one.
now I'm sitting here trying to wrap my brain. I'm like,
Somebody shared that pie chart in the other day, and there
you
was a
love
number
a pie
one.
chart, didn't you?
Trying to think, like, you could.
Is it no Curacao? Are they Umbro?
No, they're Adidas.
Aye.
So I'm like, I
I'll
don't
try
know.
and find it.
It's hard to say. Like, obviously, what would you like?
Well, I think when you look at the ones for when Scotland
So I
went
take
from
it-
Umbro
Aye.
and what they went through before they got to Adidas,
Feeler.
Diadora.
I was just about to say. So obviously, Scotland have been obviously Umbro, and then they went from Umbro to Fila. Then they were Fila for a few. Then they went to Diadora. Then obviously went to. So they've only really been 4.
Yeah.
And you think like Adidas, they've had some great kits with Adidas. We've actually, we've no even, it's no sitting here, it's in a bag there. See the anniversary kit?
Aye, do you want to? Aye, that
There
one.
we go, thanks Brendan. This is one of the
So,
greatest kits.
So for me, so I don't know why they didn't. I said my personal opinion.
You want to say the Euros?
No, so no, again, I get what you're saying with that, but for
It
me,
wasn't a shirt.
but for me, if you look at all the 150 anniversary shirts in the last 5 years, what's on it in every one of them?
Embroidery, like a.
Every 150-year anniversary is a long sleeve. Why did they not make that long sleeve?
Oh, is it?
Mm.
Because the Wales one.
No, but even like Copenhagen or the other one, imagine that long sleeve. That'd have just been the greatest shirt ever, man.
I think because Jink would have changed the cuffs. It doesn't matter because I've not done it anyway.
Do you think if it was long sleeve, it looked like a France shirt?
But France only done it that one year, but the really dark.
And it was a one sort of one off.
What was that, 2018?
With the navy.
The one that got the cup, they done it with the dark one rather than going away for the blue.
I just think this one, for me, is such a classic shirt, man.
So how many times did they wear that? Just
so
once?
we only wore it against. We wore it in England in a friendly, and then we wore it against. I think it was Cyprus in the first quarter.
And then
I think it was like was that not the waterlogged pitch? I'm sure it was that game.
And then
it was never worn again.
They changed it for the
Euros.
For the Euros
And for me,
I think that tap's honking.
But this one?
I think that's one of the greatest.
Wavy
about it with the badge, and what I liked about it as well, obviously, is put the match detail in with the colour.
I know that's what I'm saying is I wish they'd wore that
the name sets
to the Euros rather than the
cheers, mate.
Cameron nearly got it there.
You should have ended it like that.
I don't know, that would have been it done. Somebody would have been getting murdered. I wish they'd wore it to the Euros. I just think
60%.
That kit, when it came out and it had all the luminous bits going through it, I'm like, I don't like kits like that.
Yeah.
People do.
Bus seat.
Obviously, talking about kits as well, it's probably going off topic, but Scott, it showed you as you see, like, it was showing you that Scotland obviously are going to be wearing a new home, their new away kit. Scotland have never won a game in a World Cup in a away kit. Like, never, not even Scotland, I think.
They've not won any games at all, so
it's like, to think, it's mad.
Are we going to do predictions? I know the whole point of your show is like nostalgia, looking back, and it's actually been a while since we've
surely Scotland must, like, if they play like the last couple of friendlies they've played, they've got to, I'll say at least 3-1. They've got they've got to go for it, man.
Aye.
Back to strips, will Scotland get to wear both strips though?
Aye.
In the tournament?
Yep.
Because I'm just trying to think, if they're playing Morocco, they're going to be at home.
Yep, and then obviously they're wearing the away top in the first game.
Are they? So what's Curacao wear? Do they wear red?
Curacao, Haiti.
They wear blue.
Do you know who we've got in the World
Curacao
Cup,
in my head, I went to sleep anyway.
Aye, they wear blue.
What's your predictions? What's your predictions for the World Cup for the 3 games?
I think we'll win 2.
Right.
So I think
I'm just saying
I
that.
think I think Welsh got to win the first game. 3-1, say. I think you could get a draw for Morocco, possibly get a draw, even a 1 each, and I still say Brazil. I think we'll get beat maybe 2-1. I think
we'll beat Brazil.
I just don't see it.
So I think beat Haiti, and that's not being dismissive or condescending towards Haiti. I think we've got to.
Apologies for all our
Haitian viewers. I think we'll beat Haiti. It's a must. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I think Morocco will pump us.
Do you think?
Aye, man. I think they will, man. I hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong.
Are Morocco better than Brazil?
Say that again?
Are Morocco better than Brazil?
They got to the final of the African Nation, didn't they?
Aye, then
they have had.
The Scotland they got to the final of that as well.
They have been handed, obviously, the winners now. So.
Aye. And I think we'll be able to get a draw at Brazil.
I think we'll beat Brazil.
I don't know, man.
Spirit of 98.
I just totally agree. The first game is a must-win, and I don't want to jinx it, but typical Scotland.
What happens if you don't beat Haiti?
It's got the road, man.
Near offence, near offence to Haiti, but you've got to win that game. You've got to win that game. Like, Scotland have better. See, look, think in the last 10 years, Scotland have tended to obviously beat Spain. They were unlucky against them away. That goal disallowed. They've beat France home and away. Okay, this was maybe years ago. They've beat Italy. They've beat Germany. They've proven that they can. It's just when it comes to the weird teams, do they, like, can he be arsed, or just should beat them?
I think maybe Steve Clark's, hopefully he's learned his lesson. In Germany, it was like 5 in defence, you know, with one guy up front, we'll sit in, try and hit teams on the break. And, you know,
So we had nobody to break.
And that Germany game was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
And obviously Potty's getting a red, but obviously I seen it live, you're like, why is he getting in?
Hanley's paying for a red in this tournament.
It's a
mentality.
100%.
It's a leg breaker.
Aye, it's just a serious lack of mentality now gone in like that. But I think
I would rather go in all guns blazing, like we could beat 5-1 anyway. I'd rather go in and at least if you
get a goal.
Get a goal, and if you get beat 5-0, you're like,
I hate it.
No, you know what I mean.
But I think because he's been gone with 2 up front stuff like the friendlies, I think hopefully that's the way it's going to go. Here's one for you, right? So see if you're starting in the away kit and things only gone too well, do you think we'll maybe do a Man United at half time?
Possibly. Two match warns.
There you go. You'll be right on eBay like that. Where they at?
Brilliant.
So back to shirts, going to fire you some collector questions.
Right.
So what's the most expensive shirt you've ever bought? If your missus is watching, you can obviously tone it down a bit and then we'll add it.
I just say 25 quid.
To be fair, it was that, obviously that one at the Birds auction recently, and it was that one. It was, I think, all in with the fees, it was close to 1,300.
Okay.
And it was just one that his face, it was just one that
30.
basically it's one that I've no got, long sleeved, and the good thing with that one, it came with like who it was worn by, and it wasn't just like a lot of ones you see, like remember there were obviously a few of them there had like moth holes in it and that, and it was really some of them in the frame.
There was a quick pause there after the price, and if anybody heard a thud, that was Brendan's arse hitting the ground, man.
Brendan let a fart out.
He was squeaking like, what the fuck? I pulled that face in off, I think.
But as I said, personally, because of the condition of that one, it is, for it being that, it's
I'm laughing because Brendan's got, that's 4 cameras.
But when you look at the other ones that went on the auction that day, there was a couple that went for like went about the same price, 900, and you had fees. And a few of them were
Jimmy Johnson one, and there's Kenny Dalglish ones.
But that, from that era, there was a couple of what went, and they generally had like a couple of moth holes in the back, and one was in a frame. Okay, I think I went for 800, but the one in the frame had like old school, would look like it'd been glued in. It was like.
So what do you think about buying shirts for the auctions? Do you think it's a good place to buy? Like you're saying, you don't have that one, so specifically you needed that.
Yeah, personally, I think auctions are good for, because they obviously get them from the players, so you know they are legit. 90% are going to be legit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the fees are a killer at the end, but you expect to pay that. But again, buying the ones, like as you say, you're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. Like, aye.
So next question, just to get you back in the Mrs. Good books. You do a lot of charity shopping. Charity shopping?
Hunting?
I don't know. Charity shopping.
You go into lots of charity shops and you buy lots of cheap shirts.
Yeah.
Aye.
So what's some of the kind of, what did we say?
Good finds.
Good finds.
Well, we had a name for it.
I know.
Didn't we?
Nah.
And it's gone. It's absolutely
probably
gone.
the greatest find. Can obviously, as I said, if you want to share a picture of it, I've got. So it was like 2012, I'm going to say, and it was back when charity shops were cheap. Obviously nowadays they know what they're selling, and as I said, fair dues, it goes to charity. But it's like a Juventus 97 centenary, £2.49, a 97 cup shirt.
£2.49 as in £2.49.
£2.49.
Oh, £2.49.
Boca Junior shirt. 96 Florentina shirt, I think it was, and an old 98 or a 99 Old Holland shirt. And again, they fall for a tenner. Is just would never happen again.
He murdered the woman in the charity shop and just left a tenner on
and that was obviously before, back then, like 2011, 12, that was before your fakes. You just knew stuff like that was legit.
You could even get a 6-pack of sports socks at the Donny shop for a tenner, know what I mean, back then.
So when do you think football shirts became expensive or collectible?
So for me, as I said, I'm a big collector, and a lot of the shirts I've picked up, like obviously not Scotland shirts, but other shirts I've picked up from like the old Serie A tops for the 90s, probably get over 100 old Juve tops for the 90s Kappa ones. World Cup 98 ones we were talking about.
I know,
How he teared the screen.
I know. Sad face.
Back in the old eBay days, you were picking them up for genuinely £30, if not cheaper. And
I'm sick of you telling me this all the time about looking for that Juve tap. I'm saying, I hate your face,
so
man.
I just think back then, and again before all your fakes were on there, you picked them up cheap, and it was. I'm glad I started picking all the shirts up then, because as I said,
I think we
how cheap they were. Honestly, mate,
never see it again.
we
never
touched
see it
on
again.
this in an earlier episode, and it was basically we were talking about it was kind of the summer like festivals and gigs. I think it was after the back of the Oasis tour.
Yep.
And I think maybe for me, I'd probably say it's not really to do with football. It's brought it back. I think it has been people
Festivals,
wearing
not
like
100%.
places like Glastonbury and stuff like that.
100%.
That's been the kind of.
The boom of it.
The blue touch paper. There's always been football tap
100%.
collectors, but put it into the kind of the public kind of conscious to make it more a fashion statement to turn up wearing.
It's like clout,
Aye.
isn't it? Aye.
But going back to obviously collecting as well, for me, a lot of people started collecting through COVID. Like, because obviously nobody what did I spend my money on?
Yeah.
They ended up, and back then, as a collector, I probably regret see some of the prices people were offering you for shirts, and you're like, I can't believe I didn't sell them back then. You're like, see, I'll be honest, like some of them were offering you, the money was ridiculous, and you're like, nah.
But back then, you're riding the crest of a wave, like, so
100%.
you think it's only going to go further up and up and
100%.
up. So,
and again, I think that the money the shirts has certain ones has came down in price, but the rise again, it's just like vintage stuff will always keep, for me, will always keep its value. You know yourself, it's like legit, and it's from like the 80s and 90s. As you say, people are going to want these shirts. People will pay what they want. I suppose what they're willing to pay, I suppose, aren't they? Like, that's personally what I think. But aye, definitely back in the day was eBay was your best bet back in the day.
worst case scenario, your house is on fire. Which shirt are you grabbing? One shirt.
Mate, I'm not going to lie, it is impossible, man.
But if you had to, gun to your head, one shirt. Is there one that you feel more about, like you've got more love for than any other one?
I genuinely don't know. No, it's hard to think.
That's a terrible answer, man.
I would send the Waynes in first, and that way I'm guaranteed at least 3 shirts,
See what you can grab.
and then I'll run and see what I can grab.
That's true.
And whoever doesn't make it out, well,
I
that's
genuinely
just,
do think for a proper, that's a very hard question.
Do you think?
Genuinely, I think it really is hard.
Remember the boy in Valencia? Remember the floods? He went back in for his shirts.
He's picking them all.
Aye.
They were all
Covered, man.
thick with
Caked
muck,
in
and
mud
that's
and that.
such a shame, man.
good on him, going back in.
But again, to be fair, you're right. He didn't have one shirt. He had loads of them.
So I think it's too difficult to like pick one shirt, in my opinion.
I know, it's like, what Wayne do you save?
Aye,
Have you got a favourite Scotland shirt?
the one I'm.
Oh, you said that. Aye. What about non-Scotland shirts?
Yeah, probably the Pink's UV Satine. I've always said that's for me.
You
That's
like a
classic.
tracksuit as well, don't you?
Aye, I've got a
You
few.
like a classic tracksuit.
Again, going back to for me then, so World Cup 2002 was the first for me remembering buying like the football tracksuits, but brilliant back in the day, man.
I think the trackie for that year and the
I've
year
actually
before,
got
that's a good
aye,
one.
so it's a tartan as well.
Aye.
I've got it in the house.
screamer,
I wish
absolute
I'd-
screamer.
I should have
Aye,
worn
that's
an
a
old
good one.
tracksuit. actually.
full
You should, man.
trackie, the
Did
Cobras.
they get blown away, man?
But I totally agree, man. Like back then, the old tracksuits were
Yeah.
compared to
Proper
nowadays, they're just
tracksuits, aye.
mass produced. But back then, they were brilliant.
But then they're coming back. South Africa one.
100%.
Yeah.
Aye,
the
that's
silver one.
pure shell suit.
That was a bit of me. Last question.
Yep.
So obviously you've got 12,000 shirts. But is there a shirt that you don't have that you want? Is there a grail?
That's a good question, mate.
Not match worn. So don't differentiate. Just in terms of look, is there a shirt you don't have that you'd like?
So if there was a shirt that I could probably have, like a proper, if it was a match worn one, I'd love to get the Rangers 78. See the one with the big collar? Like, I think it's like that, long sleeved, is like, it's iconic, Umbro.
That's the one.
But again, these shirts are just,
Aye,
I've got, so
Only issued to players.
So
probably, no?
so I've got one in the house, and it's like, I think it's a large boys, and it was a Marianne's Mr. Ben's
Aye.
had, and basically brand new with tags from like '78, and it's iconic for my opinion. It's what a shirt, man. But that's probably that if you could get a proper players one of that. But again,
That's museum stuff, innit?
you're looking at probably $3-4 grand for it, if not more.
That's a good couple of cameras in it, Brendan.
Aye.
Right, I've got one for you to finish off, right? Time flies when you're having fun. If you were going to do 5-a-sides, so Scotland 5-a-sides,
Yep.
rest of the world 5-a-sides.
Current or
No,
all time?
all time.
He's just trying to get me in trouble with Zidane again. I went for
No, Zidane personally.
I
Just
went for Zidane on a podcast.
So you're thinking like Scotland best ever?
Scotland's 5-a-side team for Scotland. Any World Cup, but they've got to have played at a World Cup.
So for me personally,
So we're actually
And
probably
for-
leaving it quite a lot of
so,
Scotland players there,
so
isn't
for
it?
me
So
personally,
it's funny to choose it.
for me goalkeeper's Andy Gordon.
Yeah.
Or whether he actually playing a World
Did
Cup?
Andy Gordon-
If he did, I would agree with you.
I would say Andy Gordon, but I think he might have played in.
He didn't play in 98. He didn't play.
Did he play in 90?
I don't think he did.
He didn't play in 90. I think Andy Gordon played in the World Cup.
Did he not? That's
So who was the keeper in
Jim
90?
Leighton, it would have
Jim
been.
Jim Leighton.
Leighton, aye. Jim Leighton was the only keeper I could remember until 2020.
For me, Andy Gordon was honestly world class and like genuinely
Do you think
what.
he has to have played in the World Cup? Because Andy Gordon was much better keeper than Jim Leighton.
Oh, God.
Jim Leighton was a good goalkeeper.
Aye.
He had a really good career to be fair
Weird
to the
legs,
guy.
but
But
didn't
How much Vaseline drink he
he?
went through?
Weird legs, man.
No,
Another game.
I think we're doing a World Cup. They're doing a World Cup episode, so let's stick to the parameters, you know.
Okay.
say Andy Gordon is.
Right, even though I've just said six,
To be
but
fair,
fuck Andy Gordon.
no, to be fair, he would have been in his. You think he must have been in the squad, at least been
You
in the
wonder why he
World
wasn't in
Cup.
the squad for 98.
But he must have been in the squad for 90. He must have been.
Aye.
So say
Right, so Andy Gordon's your
Andy
goalie, right?
Right, okay.
What do you
What are
want? Do you want
playing?
one defender or two defenders?
One defender.
One-
Two midfielders.
One
a striker.
defender. Tony Ralston.
That's not the better, I don't think. With
Probably defender. You're probably looking at.
Miller Hansen.
I'd probably say
Either.
Alan Hansen.
Aye,
Definitely.
Alan
Yeah.
Hansen. Right,
Right,
okay.
Alan Hansen.
I would have said Wally Miller. That's one just because I
Aye,
watched
they too.
videos recently. Right,
Aye.
we'll go with Hansen. It's your 5-6.
Aye,
So.
aye.
Right, two midfielders.
So you probably add. Personally, me, I would add Stuart McCall. I think for
Right,
Scotland,
it's,
he would-
it's your
for-
teammate here. It's your
brilliant
teammate.
player.
Pick the
It was
team.
his team until he stayed
So I would
Stuart
say-
McCall. It's not his team.
probably Stuart McCall and. Trying to think. No, it's better player. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of players in the.
We've got a World Cup. We've got a squad going to the World Cup this year as well, so that they could be included.
No.
No mix sauce, no.
Makes us, no?
No, better players than that back in the day. Trying to think midfield.
So who have you got?
I'm trying to think like
Burnley
the 78. I'm
mixed,
trying to think like the 78 World Cup.
Aye, well, we just who scored
Graham
the
Souness. Graham Souness.
No, actually get one, no?
Souness.
You leaving get one? God, man, you're cruel, man.
I've had a shocker, man.
Right, one up front.
There's only one.
There's only one. There
Aye.
only can be one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Che Adams.
Who you saying?
Kenny Dalglish.
Aye. Kenny Douglas.
Yeah.
Kenny Dalglish. It's got to be
100%,
Kenny. It's got to be
100%.
Kenny Dalglish.
Dennis Law.
Ooh.
Dennis Law is. I think the two
Shout.
of them. Do you know? I think the two of them are actually.
Aye, so take Stuart McCall out and we'll play two.
Two up front. Two up front. Dennis Law and Kenny Dalglish.
That'd be
Right.
frightening.
Right. Kieran, you geese the rest of the world then.
Rest of the world for World Cup.
Aye.
Campos, I'm saying.
And goals.
Mexican Campos,
Right.
aye.
Okay.
Iconic.
I
Right.
would say so. Just for the shot.
Are you going one defender or two defenders or
A1 defender.
one defender?
Can only be one player.
Well, I don't know.
It can
I
only
think
be.
it's, but they're both the same country, but
If it can only be him.
I go Baresi.
I'd personally
You
went.
think
I'd have went Maldini.
Nah, I
I
say
would've went
Baresi.
Maldini,
I say
aye.
Baresi.
Oh,
Or
that's good.
Cafu.
Cafu's a
Aye.
shout.
Right, you go with Cafu's. You don't really think of Cafu as a defender.
Defender.
We'll go with Maldini, right? Because
Just two
we'll
for
go with Italy something since they've not been at the
That's
World.
true, aye.
They've not been to 3 World Cups now.
Two midfielders for
Aye.
the World Cup.
Sorry, Italy. 2 midfielders. Aye.
It's hard to be fair.
Depends how far back you go. I don't like. I'm thinking like.
You're going two midfields.
Aye, I'm thinking like Lothar Matthäus,
Right.
like that kind of, like that German team. I would go Matthäus.
You've
I
got
would
to have-
even
you've-
go him over
You've
Zidane.
got to have. No, you've got to have. Zidane.
No,
Fuck's sake,
mate.
Zidane fucking won them the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the only game he
Zid-
played well in. Was the final, man.
Come on,
I'm
man.
telling you.
You're on the glue, man.
Watch him. Watch him back,
He's
mate.
sat here and slate. Zidane's bang
Aye,
average.
He's coming for me
So
next
yes.
week, by Zidane.
You actually think that?
Aye.
Overrated.
Even at Juventus, he wasn't a standout in
Right,
that
who's your other
Juventus team.
midfielder?
Other midfielder. See, I like weird players. I'm going to go like Stoichkov or Hadji.
Alright. What about Pirlo? No?
No, maybe no Pirlo.
What about Gaza 90?
Gaza's
Possibly, aye.
Like, unbelievable. 1990, it was unbelievable.
he almost won England the World Cup.
Aye.
Close
Was that
to
when he
it.
cried? Was that when
Aye.
I think if you take Gaza out of that England team,
Who
man,
you saying the striker?
he...
See who you could
No,
add.
Gary
and
Lineker, 'cause he shot
I was just
himself,
about to
he-
say,
he-
shot
aye,
himself.
as we're Scottish, Gary Lineker was especially in World Cups, he fucking showed up, didn't he? To be fair to the guy.
top goal scorer 96. You got to
Oh,
go.
I agree with
You
Ronaldo.
got to go R9.
Has to be, man.
Has to be.
Played with one knee.
That
I
World
would say.
Cup 2002, he
Aye.
was
In
on
fact,
fire.
sorry, if you're talking about World Cups, Miroslav Klose.
We've all talked about World Cups, aye, mate. That was the kind of theme of the.
I would
Aye,
go.
he-
I
You've
would
been the
go.
last two.
I would go
He's the top
Klose
goal
then.
scorer, isn't he?
Aye, he's scored. Thomas Muller and all scored
Aye.
Oh,
some
I
World
don't
Cup
talk
goals.
about Thomas Miller, man. He is one of the worst players
Right,
in
so
the world,
that's
Thomas Miller.
who you going with for your last
Do you
one up
actually
front?
think so?
He's the luckiest guy ever.
Nah, bollocks, man.
Mate, he could be a fisherman or anything else and he would be the same. He's just... Nah.
This could rumble on to episodes.
I'm telling you.
So we've got you going with Ronaldo
So you-
for your 5?
Mate,
Can he? Ronaldo's,
Aye.
for me, growing up, he probably is the best.
You'd go Ronaldo
As-
all
as-
day long.
As you say, with the injuries he had, he is probably the best. Out and out striker, he is the best. Or he was the best. Look at his stats, it says everything.
Because Zidane obviously shat it in 98 final and like poisoned him, didn't he? So that he could win the World Cup. So
Full of glory.
I would
Well,
say.
I'd probably say that's a good way to finish it off, because if we could sit here and just talk a lot of mince,
Oh,
and keep
aye,
going.
that's true.
Hopefully the next time that we reconvene and talk about this, we'll be talking about Scotland and
Have got out of the group.
I was going to say a very successful World Cup, and that is they've got out the group.
And England hasn't won it.
Yeah.
Football,
And
aye.
Personally, I think. Like,
McTominay,
who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Who would you say?
I'll be honest with you, I genuinely don't know, because I
Who do
don't
you
think
think?
there's
I
any
think one of
standout
France's
nation.
5 teams that they could play.
So I personally think Portugal. If you look at they have got a cracking team,
Right, there you go.
and it'll be a
You heard
great.
it.
They got to be a great send off for
Don't
Ronaldo.
want Ronaldo.
No,
winning it, man.
no,
You
I know.
don't.
That's-
I think
personal
on
opinion.
that note, we're going to
No,
pull the
man.
fork. Aye, so do you want to do your like and subscribe bit?
So yeah, like and subscribe, Zinedine. You know where we are.
And you can find Gary. Gary, what's your page for you?
Gary, 12k.
Gary 12. There you go, 12k, and that's not how many shots he's got or steps he's done. So, aye, thank you very much for tuning in, watching episode 6. Like Kieran says, like, follow, subscribe, all that crap, and we'll see you when Scotland's won the World Cup in episode 7. Cheers.
Thank you.